Hi Sequoia fam, it's Natalie here from Fitness Services. I wanted to talk to you today about balance. So again, I'm going to blend the worlds of Sequoia wellness with my physical therapy education to give you guys some good content that you're able to do while at home during this quarantine. So this is going to be geared a little bit towards an older aging population, but if you're younger and maybe you have friends or family who are older that maybe you're concerned about their balance, you can absolutely send them this information. So like I said, I'm going to use stuff from my education that comes straight from the CDC. It's from the Study Toolkit. You can look that up online. It's STEADI, Study, all caps. And I'm going to use some information from there, attach some stuff so that you're able to look at it for yourself. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through it. So we're going to do an education on what balance is, these assessments that you can do, as well as a few different exercises you can incorporate into your everyday routine to help improve your balance. So first off, a little bit of education about balance. So there are three major components to balance. One we can definitely help you with here at Sequoia by staying physically active, and that's your somatosensory system. So it sounds like a big word, big fancy word, like everything physiological is, it seems like. But I'm here to tell you it's pretty simple. What it is just your muscles, your bones, ligaments, tendons, your sensory nerves, everything working together in your body to communicate with your brain, and your brain to communicate with your body about what's going on. So if you're standing there, your feet being able to determine that you're standing on a steady surface, or if you're on gravel saying, hey, I'm on gravel, I need to use these muscles a little bit differently. So that's just a system that integrates together and that is best benefited from exercise. So staying active, keeping those muscles strong, so those neurological connections nice and strong. So that's what we're here to help you with at Sequoia. The other two systems, we can't personally help with too much, but you can always be directed towards help, is your vestibular system, and that's in your ear. It's really complicated. It's these canals in your ear that help to tell you your position in space. So there's a lot that goes behind that, as well as your visual. So the tips I can give you here is just make sure that when you're exercising or doing anything, if you need to wear glasses or contacts, make sure you're wearing them to keep you safe, because your eyes are an important piece of vision. As well as if you're in a dark room, maybe you need to turn on the light so you can see a little bit better so that you don't trip over anything. So those are the three big components: your somatosensory, again, big word, I know, vestibular, another big word, and your vision, which everyone seems to know what that is. So that's going to go into your balance. As for helping you here at Sequoia, I'm going to give you a few assessments that you can do on yourself at home, or again, you can help a family member with if you're afraid of them being a fall risk. So there's a lot of crazy statistics about when people age, about how prevalent falls are in older populations, and it's actually kind of scary when you learn about it. A fall can be anything of, if you trip and fall into a wall, that's still a fall even if you don't go onto the ground. So we want to keep your balance nice and strong so that you prevent all of these and you don't end up with a bigger issue like any broken bones, don't hit your head, anything. So this is really for prevention for falls. The Study Toolkit it's a website that they have. It's through the CDC. It's a program that they have, this toolkit that all healthcare professionals should know about and be able to help you with. If you want more information, you can go on a website and they have assessment tools and different informational packets as well. So I learned this through my courses at school. There's 4 big assessment tools, and I'm going to give you 2 of them. I'm going to attach them in this video so you can read them over as well. So the first one is going to be the 4-stance balance test, and that's just a test of your balance when you're standing with your feet in different positions. So I'll attach that. It explains it. So you can do the time, you can see how long you're able to hold that balance, as well as the second assessment is the sit to stand. for 30 seconds. So you just find a nice level chair on a good surface. You're going to see how many times you can sit to stand, and like, so sit, stand up, sit back down for 30 seconds. So there's age ranges within genders that help to tell you where you're at and if you are a fall risk or if anyone you know would be a fall risk. So I'm gonna pause that there so that you can, or I'm gonna put the pictures in there so that you can see the flyer, you can see how to do the test, and I'll walk you through it. So you can pause the video and read it over, and then I'm gonna talk to you about different exercises that you can add into your everyday routines to help with these. Now, if you do feel like you need more help, absolutely would recommend seeing someone who can help you further with any balance problems. Okay, so those were the 2 assessments that you can do. So you can see on them the name of them. They're from the Steady Toolkit, STEADI. That's going to be the program through the CDC that will give you any more information. If you absolutely want to look it up, you can. So like I said, we're here to keep you physically active at Sequoia, to keep you better balance, just to keep you overall healthy. So if you found that maybe you need to work on your balance a little bit more, keep exercising. That's going to be the best thing. So here are a few different things that you can do at home while you're cooking, while you're standing at the counter. You can be, maybe you're brushing your teeth in the morning or at night, anything. If you have something to help hold your balance, that's perfect. So I'll show you a few different ones. And I'm just going to use the railing of my bed to show you what you can do to hold on to. Okay, so like I said, you can do these while standing either at a kitchen counter, the bathroom counter. You can just use a chair. Maybe if you're watching TV and it's a commercial break, you can do some balance. So you can have this to make it the easiest. You can hold on with both hands. So you can turn to the side, have both hands on. And then to challenge yourself, you can take away one hand and just hold on with one. You can even do one finger. The less contact, the harder it's going to be. Eventually go to no hands. So in that 4-stance balance test, they had feet together, a semi-tandem with one foot slightly in front of the other. I wish you could see it better, but it has it on the sheet. And then one foot in front of the other and a single leg. You can do these testing positions while standing at the counter, and you can just hold it, have your feet together, and then maybe you want to challenge yourself even more, and you're going to close your eyes. So you're going to take away that visual input that I was telling you about, and you're going to focus. You're going to challenge your vestibular and your somatosensory the most. So when you take away your vision, you're working those other two harder. So you can take it into that tandem stance. You can have your hands on your hips, so you can see how many times you have to adjust. So you can stand there, make sure you're standing nice and tall. I always tell people to make sure you're engaging your core. So if you listen to my balance video, or not my balance video, my posture video, I talked about how important the core was. You're going to think about pulling that belly button in towards the spine. You're going to pull it in and engage that core, and that's going to make your extremities, so your arms, your legs, that much more powerful and useful, because they're attached to a steady part of the body. So you can do single leg, and then you can close your eyes and balance. You can, again, hold on if you need to. The other one I'm going to tell you is you can do toe raises. So I'm going to try to get in the camera better. You can turn to the side, and then you can come up onto your toes and back down, and just raising up onto those heels. So you're going to be working the muscle in the back of the legs, but that's going to be shifting your center of gravity, which is basically where, so it's also called the center of mass, where that weight of your body is over a certain area. So your base of support would be, right now it's between my 2 feet. It's my 2 feet in between it. When I change it to this, now my base of support is smaller. And then even when I take it to one single leg, it's just that foot is my base of support. So you're changing your base of support to make it harder. When you have a smaller base of support, that means your center of gravity has to shift over that and stay centered. So when I'm here, even if you are, say you're on your hands and knees, you have a big base of support, so you're pretty sturdy. So changing up your stance, you can do that 4 stance test. You can close your eyes, you can hold on, you can challenge yourself there. But one, I just really want you to practice doing a single leg stance to keep it's going to help keep your hips strong. So you want to make sure that when you're standing there, you're not letting your hip pop out. You want to use this muscle here, it's going to be your glute med, to pull that hip up, because those are important when you're walking. So if you look at statistics for falling, it happens during a lot of dynamic movement. So when people are moving, so when you're walking, that's dynamic. You've got to be able to hold that balance. So when you walk, you actually pick up your foot and you're holding on with just that single leg until you put your other foot down. Sorry, I'm kind of cutting my face off in that, but so work on that single leg stance to keep those hips strong, keep that core stable, so that you're able to maintain that balance. Especially think about when you're walking up the stairs. You're going to take a step, and then this back foot would come up and you're just supported on this leg. So that's another thing you could do. I didn't have one, but you could have a little stool or maybe something that you can step up onto, and you can take a step and then step up and come off of that back leg. So I hope that makes sense. So if this were a step, I could step on and then lifting up off that back leg, step up onto it and then come back off. Step onto it and come back off. Simple exercises. You could even, I could take you to my stairs, but we're gonna stay here because I got my camera propped up. So you can go up onto your stairs, use the railing, step up and come up. These are just basic things. I know it seems really simple, but it's gonna help you in the long run of just maintaining that activity rather than sitting in a chair all day. You're able to test your balance, getting up and moving. And another one you can do, because we're a lot more high functioning when we're moving at Sequoia, especially if you're taking group exercise classes, if you're on the machine, if you're working with a personal trainer or Josh with the program, then you're getting a good workout. You have someone there to help you, you're being supervised. But a thing you could do, work on squats. You can come here. One thing that's very big and functional is if you squat and reach towards one foot, and then when you come up, go ahead and rotate, kind of like you're picking up a box. And you're gonna turn, you're gonna pivot that back leg, and like you're putting the box up on the shelf. So pick up the box and then put it on the shelf. You can do 10 of those, and then come down to the other side and back up. So the stances you can hold for as long as you can. So if it's your first time closing your eyes, doing a single leg, maybe you only last 2 seconds before you start to fall over. That's okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna work to get that time up. So you can hold them for 30 seconds. You can do them a different amount of times. You can do them once a day. You can do them 5 times a day, however you feel it fit. So, like I said, just want to reiterate, you have your different stances you can do. You can go single leg. You can hold on for support. You can do your step ups on the stairs. So alternate different legs. Put that foot up on the step up onto it, and then back down, alternating side to side. You can work on squats, even if you just do mini squats. So we like to do these in rehab where you can hold on to something and you're just going to lower down a little bit and back up, because maybe you have a knee that bothers you and you can't go all the way down, but you just want to squat down to get these muscles working in the back of your legs and in the front of your legs. So you can do mini squats. You can do those sit to stands. Just keep practicing those. If you feel really stable, keep doing that. And then the other thing I said was the functional squat with a reach. A few different exercises you can do. But if you want more, absolutely, you can find me here on Facebook or email me from Sequoia, and I would love to give you more information if you want any. I hope this works. I kind of had a small space to do it, but I hope that you're able to understand what goes into balance, different ways you can assess it at home, and you have that steady toolkit as a reference. So those were in there. Like I said, you can look up the name. They're from the CDC, so they're really good. They're really reliable, and they're really important. Physical therapists, we love them. We're like, yes, you need to do. As well as there's just a few different exercises. So when you're brushing your teeth, maybe you just do these toe raises for the whole time if you're able to. So you'd be holding on with one hand because you got to use the other hand to brush your teeth. If you're cooking dinner, washing dishes, you got a little break while the water's boiling, go ahead and do those toe raises. You can do the squats with the reach. Make it functional. So you can even do heel toe walks because that's going to give you a little narrow base of support. You're just going to put your heel in front of the other toe and just walk back and forth. Go ahead and challenge yourself. And like I said, if you've been to my general stretch and strength classes that I used to teach on Friday mornings, you've probably done all of this with me before because I totally love to do them. But I'm going to keep it at that. If you have any questions on the Facebook video, comment below and I'll try to see if I can get some more information to you, or as well as you can email me. So I'd love to be any help that I can for you. And I definitely miss you guys. I really miss, especially teaching. I miss being able to have fun with my general stretch and strength classes and keep their balance strong. So I miss you guys and I hope you have a great day.